Okay, hi everyone, we are Group 54 and today our presentation topic is on mobile PRS, which means we added a PRS function into your mobile phone. The reason why we have such a thought is because one day when you come to class and the instructor will tell you, now it's the PRS custom. We use it to count for your attendance or your participation, which count towards your final grade. For a very good student A and B, they attend the class on time and they bring their PRS, so they get the score. However, for the other two good students who attend the class on time, however, they left their PRS at home. So they will lose the mark just like those students who just skip the class. We think that it's very unfair, so that we would like to think of how to put PRS function into our mobile phone such that it will be more fair to good students who attended class but forgot to bring their PRS. So now I will pass to Pinky to talk about the basic system of the PRS.
And first, we will talk about the application of the PRS first. At the educational use, and for the instructors, it can help. PRS can help the instructors to collect the feedback from every one of his or her students, and also frequently a lot of instructors will do an attendance check by using the PRS. And for the students, PRS can be encouraged them to participate actively in the class. And even in a non-educational use, the PRS is also a powerful tool. For example, for the workshop organizers, they can conduct a training with the immediate feedback. And for the student organizations, when they conduct their AGM or EGM, they may have some vote, and PRS can help them to have the results quickly. And for others, sales and marketing teams, they can also collect their feedback by using the PRS. So now I will talk about the technology behind the original PRS. Original PRS used the infrared to send the optical signal. When you send the signal, you will transmit the bit stream to the receiver. So first, the first step for the infrared is need to transmit to the digital signal. And just see this picture. For example, we set the threshold equals to 0.5, and then when the input signal above it, the digital signal will be 1, and below it will be 0. So when we first, the infrared signal is like this. If we transmit to the digital signal, we will have this kind of digital sequence. And then on the PRS, there are 9 numbers on it. And so first, we use one code for each button, so we need the 4 bits to identify. And since we also use the student ID to identify each PRS, so we also need 27 bits to identify the students, and therefore we need totally 31 bits for each. Just take an example. The code of button 1 is 000, and the student's ID with the bits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then his code may be this one. Then when it sends the signal, the receiver will receive this digital code and also the 0000. But there is some weaknesses of the PRS. Just talk about the PRS use the infrared to send the signal. When the port for it is near the straight line, if you can aim at the receiver correctly, it may not receive your signal. And also, PRS systems can only receive the one signal at each moment, so that you need to wait for the sending signal. It is a problem. And so we want to find some substitutes for our original PRS.
And we suggest we combine the PRS system with our mobile phone. And usually our mobile phone is using microwave with about 2 GHz. And the microwave is long directional signal, and it has high frequency to increase the rate of signal transmission. But how can we identify the signal if we want to use it in natural theater? So we can use CDMA coding to let the sensor to identify the signal. So to use the CDMA coding, we can distinguish the signal from all PRS, and CDMA can use for a large number of students, like for more than 300 students in LTA. So just mentioned before by Pinky, the PRS signal has 4 bits to represent the 9 numbers, and we need 27 bits for each student's Unicode. So, but we are going to use CDMA coding for it, so we need 10 more bits for more than 300 people. So there are a total number of 41 bits only. And to use this mobile phone with PRS, we have to give every student a unique signal with their mobile phone number, and we have to set up some equipment to, just like sensor, to identify the signal in some lecture theater or classroom.
Okay, after knowing the original PRS system and our newly suggested mobile PRS, let's have a comparison between two of them. First of all, PRS uses infrared to transmit its signal. That's why it uses straight line transmission, which means that you must point towards the receiver in order to get it record your response. However, in mobile PRS, we use microwave so that it is free direction. So as long as you sit in the classroom or the lecture theater, your response can be recorded. And also, the PRS sensor can only take in one record for a moment, so it will be slower. And also, when compared to the mobile PRS, it will be quicker as it can take in a large number of response within a shorter period. And for PRS, it needs an extra device which is called PRS. And for mobile PRS, it just needs your mobile phone. So we think that by using the CDMA coding, we can put the PRS function into our mobile phone, which can bring you several benefits, including it was more convenient so that you do not have to bring an extra device, and also it can record your response quicker. And also we think it has a lower cost because if every one of us needs a PRS, school have to keep several thousand of PRS device. But by transferring the function to your mobile phone, we do not have to buy in the extra PRS anymore. And so we hope that this mobile PRS system can really work in the future. Thank you.
Very good. Yes, please go ahead.
I wonder, because it means that after combining the PRS with our mobile phone, we can answer the PRS question even if we are not in the classroom.
We think that, thank you for the question. We think that each receiver will have a certain range. For example, like cover the entire classroom. So yes, there may be a risk that if you walk through the door outside the classroom that you may still get record. But if you have such an intention, then we cannot stop that. But I don't think that you're going to walk outside just to get it record. You can attend a class, right?
But then we need the cellular network, right? If we are on the cellular network, I think this is a very original concept. I'm very impressed. The only thing is that it may not work with your cell phone because the spectrum is being licensed to the operator already. So we cannot just buy a receiver box and put it in class and use it with that particular cell phone frequency. So instead, perhaps if you put it into a more practical way, perhaps Wi-Fi would work a little bit better because the Wi-Fi frequency is not licensed. So instead of having a cell phone connected to it, converted to PRS, maybe it's more like a Wi-Fi based PRS for reality. But your idea is very good, so I'm not criticizing. It's simply for practice. Maybe a Wi-Fi based PRS would be more realistic. than a cell phone based PRS. But the idea is super. I really like it. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.